I love live stuff.
Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock. Is it 2? It's 2 o'clock. It's Monday, April 6th. I can't get anything straight. I think I'm going brain dead. This is day 2 of round 2 of the Lipgloss and Aftershave Virtual Skincare Festival. And you guys know how much we love devices. So we have a device queen with us today, and we're going to talk about something very, very valuable to add to your treatment room. But before we do that, we have to walk through the housekeeping with Barry.
Housekeeping rules. So we are going to, as always, we welcome questions. We encourage them. Ask as many as you like. Put them in the Q&A box, and you can find that at the bottom. We will monitor those Q&As, and we can see when you put them in there, we can get rid of them so it doesn't get confusing. The chat box is where you can say things like, I love this webinar. Barry and Jenny are awesome. We think ThermoClear is the best thing ever. Other than that, because we can't get rid of that, so it's just a scroll. We also want you to know that we have some really cool things happening in the upcoming near future. We, on Friday, April 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, are doing a webinar called Sell From Your Sofa. A lot of brands are doing drop ship right now. So what we're here to do is help you use digital to sell. So tune in, register, lipglossandaftershave.com, scroll down to Sell From Your Sofa, tap, enter your email, and you're registered. You'll get the Zoom link in your inbox the day of the festival session. Then we're doing a full day. That's a whole day, 9 hours, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Earth Day, April 22nd, with 9 different business development coaches on how to plan, execute, and pull off the most amazing, profitable comeback after we open the doors again. We don't want you to just open up and wait for people to come. We want to make sure that you are strategically planning when you're opening, how you're going to do it, and what's going to happen. So we've got 9 people to help you learn how to do that. That's April 22nd. Other than that, you can catch the replay of all of our festivals on our app, Lipgloss and Aftershave, on Google Play, and on the App Store. Just tap education and watch the replay. Right now, we've got a really cool device for you we want to talk about. It's called ThermoClear, and it is a device that you can add into literally any treatment in your treatment room. 15 minutes, you can make about an extra $150, and it can get rid of, I think, probably, there's a long list, but I know there's 5 amazing skin imperfections that you can eliminate with a little zzz, from the ThermoClear device. And Olga is the owner of the company, and she's here to talk to you guys all about ThermoClear and how it works and why you should have it to increase your revenues by literally thousands of dollars every week.
So Olga, we're going to make you big so you can kind of give the ThermoClear rundown and explain what it is, how it works, what it treats, but we're still going to be here. So we'll chime in, and everybody, when you guys start having questions, because there will be a lot, just pop them in the Q&A. So there you go, my dear, take it away.
Hi guys, hope everyone is doing well. So we're here to talk about the ThermoClear device a little bit. What ThermoClear does, it is a high and low radio frequency device that can treat epidermal skin imperfections. The reason why our device is different than a lot of other systems on the market is because it performs high and low radio frequency, so you could treat any skin type. You no longer have to turn down any clientele. Whether your client is 16 years old or 80 years old, has a Fitzpatrick 1 or Fitzpatrick 4, you're able to treat their skin with the ThermoClear device. I get a lot of questions. What can you treat? How fast is the healing time? Well, with the ThermoClear device, you could treat skin tags, cherry angiomas, fibromas, melia, sebaceous hyperplasia, spider capillaries. You could treat keratosis. You could treat sunspots, age spots, so many different things that no other system can treat. With the ThermoClear, it costs you under $1 per treatment, which is pretty awesome because most people are charging $100 to $150 for every 15 minutes. Now, you might think that's a lot of money to charge for $100 to $150 for 15 minutes, but in those 15 minutes, the results that you're giving your clients are amazing. You're able to treat so many imperfections in just a 15-minute period that your client will be amazed. They'll be so excited so happy because these are imperfections that have been on their skin, sometimes for 2, 5, even like 15 years. I've had things that I've treated and people are like, I can't believe it's finally gone. This has been on my face for 15 years and I've been wanting it gone. So the healing time, it's anywhere between 5 to 10 days, depending on what you're treating. This is definitely not something that you're going to use right before your wedding or a photo shoot, but it's nothing where they can't go to work or can't go to an event or something. They're just going to have a little bit of scabbing left afterwards. Okay. With the ThermoClear, you don't have many consumables. The only thing you have is your probes. Your probes are disposable. That way you keep everything sanitary and there's no cross-contamination. Each probe costs you $1, and there's only 2 different types of probes. So it's pretty awesome that you're not constantly having to buy supplies and, you know, buy things after you've already invested into the machine. Now, the ThermoClear is made in the USA directly by us, and it comes with a lifetime warranty, which is amazing. So everything is covered. We do have 2 wear and tear items, and we do talk about them up front. It's just your foot pedal and your probe holder, and if you ever need to replace them, and it's very, very rare that you do, it costs you $70. So there's no hidden fees. A lot of times you'll purchase a machine and there's so many different things that you need to replace, and there's so many costs per treatment. With our machine, it's $1, and that's all it is, and you could treat so many different things. It's very easy to use the ThermoClear, and you can add it to almost any treatment that you're doing. So let's say your client comes in for an eyebrow wax, or the client comes in for a facial. You can add the ThermoClear directly after. So it's not something they have to come in specifically for. The only thing I don't recommend is if you're doing obviously a very strong chemical peel, or if you're doing microneedling, I would recommend waiting, you know, 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 weeks between the treatments, but otherwise you can incorporate it into the same treatment that they're already there for. So let's say they're laying on your bed getting an eyebrow wax and you see some capillaries and you're like, you know, I see little capillaries in your nose, and they're like, oh my God, that's been bothering me forever. Is there anything you have that can treat that? And you say, yeah, I've got the ThermoClear device. And it literally takes 10 seconds and your client sees instant results. Yes, there will be a little scabbing after, and they might have a little redness for the next few days, but the results are amazing and your clients are really thankful for that. So there's a lot of different things. A lot of people will ask me, do I need, you know, a numbing cream? They'll ask me, how do I know what probe to use? There's only 2 different types of probes. We actually provide you with an operating manual. We do provide training and certification. We have different training options available. We have one-on-one training options. We have Skype training options. We have classes that we're constantly doing. Our operating manual is very detailed. We even have created a cheat sheet because we know that sometimes you can sit in a class for 3 to 5 hours and all the information that you get is very hard to retain. So we've kind of created this cheat sheet where it says what the imperfection is, what probe to use, the technique. So when you do get back to your treatment room, you have this to refer to. So you're not like, oh my God, I don't remember what setting she said to use or something like that. So we've made it where it's very easy for you to remember things. The machine itself is very user-friendly. There's not 100 buttons to remember. The way we've created it, it's just very easy to use. And the ThermoClear has been around for 7 or 8 years. The best thing is that you don't really have any downtime with the device. The way we build the system is it doesn't break, and if it does, if there's some kind of malfunction, most of the time we can help you fix it over the phone. We do have amazing customer service. You can call us anytime and we're available. If we're with another client or if we're unable to answer the phone at the moment, we will call you back or email you. And another thing with the ThermoClear device is that there's not too many contraindications. So only if your client is on blood thinners, we recommend that they're off blood thinners for about 2 weeks prior to you performing the treatment on them. Obviously, if someone's pregnant, we don't do the treatment. If anybody has high blood pressure, you're able to do the treatment. I just recommend that you walk them through it so they know what to expect. And other than that, obviously any kind of pacemakers, metal implants, they just have to get an okay from their doctor. But because they're not holding any kind of electrode or anything like that, they're not going to get shocked or anything. So pretty much you can treat any single client with this device, which is pretty awesome.
Olga, you had mentioned at the beginning treating various Fitzpatricks, and it was, Deborah asked, why not Fitz 5 and 6?
You can definitely, I just kind of threw it out there. I ranged from 1 to 4. You could definitely treat 5 to 6. 5 to 6, we wouldn't recommend treating sunspots. But let's say there's fibromas, skin tags, any cherry angiomas, melia, you could definitely treat that, no problem.
Okay. And I don't want to switch over too quickly, but questions about scope of practice. I have 2 questions about California. Everyone always wants to know about California. But can you address that?
Yeah, I'll elaborate on that a little bit. So ThermoClear is a class 1 non-medical device, and we are working on the epidermis. So with that said, in most states, you are able to use the device. California is very strict. We cannot do anything. We can't do microneedling. We can't, we pretty much can't do anything. It's very, very difficult. We can't do tinting. It is up in the air in California. It hasn't been said completely no, but it hasn't been said yes. So you would have to check with state board. They are very confused, I would say, on the topic, because I've had people call in and they've said, I don't think it's a problem. And then because they hear the word probe, although it's not a needle, it is a very fine probe, then they say no. So California really is the only state that it is up in the air, and it's very difficult to get a straight answer. So it's not 100%, and I'm very honest about that. All the other states, because it is a class 1 non-medical and works on the epidermis, it's not a problem at all.
I know I always get that question.
Yeah.
Someone asked, do you have one there with you, and will you be showing how to use it?
So you can go on our Instagram page, and you can see a lot of videos and a lot of before and after pictures of the ThermoClear device.
Olga,
So
I can share my screen right now and put your Instagram up, and we can kind of scroll through it. So let me.
Yeah, we can show some videos. That'd be awesome. That's probably the best thing. I don't have a model here right now in front of me, but it is very easy.
I have the device. I can pull it out and show people what it looks like and the probes and all of that.
I have that too. I'll pull out the device and you guys can kind of see it.
Okay, so I'll just.
Yeah, while she shares the Instagram page, I'll be right back.
And then you guys, if you want to look at their Instagram, you'll see it right there.
So let's see. This is the part that gets me so excited. Like these before and afters. I don't know if this is going to let me do some. Oh, good. It will. Can you guys see this?
Oh, this is amazing, Jenny.
So you guys see what I notice is on their Instagram is how good these estheticians get with holding the light, holding the tweezer, holding the probe. That one's pretty short, but let me see if there is. Oh, this one is very rewarding. You can literally watch them disappear before your eyes. And I can attest, I've had a few little things zapped, and it feels like you can feel it. I didn't need a numbing cream, but you feel like a little bit of a pinprick. That's what it felt like to me. And I was treating cherry angiomas, but they disappeared instantly. So the slight discomfort was completely worth it.
But, I mean, let's face it, like if you've done a hard chemical peel, you can handle this without a problem. I mean, even an aggressive microderm is way more stressful than the ThermoClear treatment.
I didn't realize that one had noise. Sorry if that's too loud.
Oh, I love the noise.
Let's see if this one's a good. Oh, this one is a clogged pore. And you just see the oil release. We've got to watch that again. So imagine you're doing a facial on your client and you spot something, that is the perfect time without being offensive to say, oh my gosh, did you know that I have this that can treat that? You're up in their face and in their space. It's the most optimal time to take advantage of it.
Especially when it's like mealy or blackheads that you haven't been able to get out for such a long time. And the client is so frustrated that nothing has worked, even with you trying to do any kind of extractions. This is the most amazing device for that. And when your client sees like it's gone in just a few seconds, they're amazed and they're going to tell their friends and their family, and it's going to help you get some referrals and some new clients that way.
Olga, question. Is there a chance that the broken capillary can branch off and create new ones?
So broken capillaries are a bit tricky. I always say, so this is another thing that I was going to mention, is that there are things that will require a follow-up treatment. And we recommend waiting 6 weeks to do a follow-up treatment. Now with broken capillaries, if you didn't hit the feeder vein the first time, you might need to do a follow-up treatment. As far as it creating new ones, this specific treatment will not create new ones. But your client can go home and get a cold and constantly blow their nose and be sneezing, and it could create different capillaries, but it will not be from this machine. The machine does not cause any damage to create new capillaries. But what we do is we treat the clients, and then 6 weeks later they come in and they might need a touch-up. And the biggest question I get asked is, do you charge for the follow-up? And yes, absolutely you do. If your client is doing IPL treatments, they're probably doing 3 to 4 treatments. Now with this, we say that some things do need a follow-up, and it's probably 2 treatments at most. So yes, you will charge them for the follow-up treatment.
Jenny, these videos are incredible. I mean, the results are just...
And it's instant for the most part. I know because I'm fascinated by these videos. These are like my pimple popper videos. Thanks, Olga. But these and the skin tag removal, if we can talk about that, because the capillaries are obviously very, very, instant gratification, but I want to try to find one.
Yeah, the skin tags are awesome.
Question from Diane: is this similar to the fibroblast treatment? And it's not. The fibroblast treatment is where it literally vaporizes parts of the skin. That's not what's happening here.
Yeah, it's very different. This, you're basically dehydrating the imperfection, and the fibroblast, you're creating little lesions in the skin, so that way it tightens the skin. It does not do the same thing, and it is a completely different device. And with the fibroblast, it works on a really high frequency. So I definitely, wouldn't recommend it for certain imperfections like this machine can perform.
And Olga, people are asking about the cost of the unit. Do you want to have them email you?
Sure, they can email us or we do have a promotion right now that we're running.
Let's talk about it.
So the device is regularly $5,400. That does come with 100 probes. It comes with marketing brochures. It comes with magnifying lens glasses. It comes with Sharps container, operating manual, training, and certification. We do have a promotion right now. We're doing $600 off of the device. So it'll be $4,800, and it'll still include the entire package that I had just mentioned, which is mentioned on our website as far as what it includes. You guys can always email us, visit our Instagram page, which is thermoclear_USA, or email us at thermoclearusa@yahoo.com with any questions. You can call me direct at 818-231-2098. So any questions you have, I'm more than happy to answer. A lot of my clients, when they purchase the device, they'll even have my direct number where they can text me if they're unsure of an imperfection. I always say, if you don't know what it is, don't treat it, because there's so many different things that you can treat and make so much money with, that if you're unsure and you're wondering if it's a mole, or you've done your ABCDs of cancer detection and you think that it could possibly fall into that category, I always say send them to a dermatologist. And if the dermatologist does say, listen, it's not a mole, it's just a sunspot, or it is just keratosis, there's nothing cancerous about it, then they can come back to you to treat it. You don't want to ruin your reputation or your client's skin by treating something outside of the zone that you're allowed to.
Amazing.
Olga, while we're watching this one, so she's applying some sort of liquid with a Q-tip and she's treating a pigment spot. Can you talk about?
Yeah, of course. So she's actually, because sunspots don't have anything inside to dehydrate, there's no water, blood, or sebum, we do need to use a conductor. We use water or witch hazel as our conductor, so we lightly moisten the skin so that the current will attract to the sunspot. And the way that the technique is done here, it's just a crosshatch technique with the probe. So you're not inserting into the skin, you're still working on the epidermis, and you're just crosshatching, creating a hashtag. And what will happen is the sunspot will actually get a little bit darker. It'll turn about a coffee ground color. And then a few days later, scab up. And once it peels off, and once again, you want it to naturally peel off, you want to make sure you tell your client not to pick at their skin, so that, you know, you want that scab to naturally come off. It'll have a little bit of a pink undertone, and that's why we wait about 6 weeks until retreating anything if need be, because it needs to rejuvenate and the skin needs to come back to its normal skin tone.
Love that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's so quick and so easy, and there's so many different things that you can do with one device. So a lot of people call this their magic wand because really it does eliminate so many different skin imperfections.
Jen, we're getting a request to have it done on African-American skin. Do you have any?
Let me see.
I think we have some pictures of fibromas. If not, we probably have them on our website at thermoclearusa.com.
And Olga, are there any payment
right
plans
there.
or financing available?
We do have financing available. Our most popular option is in-house financing, which doesn't have any interest rates. And that would be putting $3,000 down, and the remaining balance we can finance directly in-house over a 6 to 8 month period. And like I said, you wouldn't have to go through any financing company or any, you know, hiccups. We do have a financing company that we use that's awesome, but because it is equipment, it will have an interest rate depending on your credit and how long you've been in business.
And then the small light that we were seeing in the first video, the esthetician was holding.
Yeah, you do get that with the purchase of the machine. It's an LED light. It's pretty awesome. You can hold it yourself while performing the treatment, and it really helps you to see the imperfections much better.
And can you go through the pricing again and what's included and the special?
Yes. So the regular price is $5,400. Our machine includes 100 probes, marketing brochures. It includes a sharps container. It includes the LED flashlight. It includes magnifying lens glasses with 5 different adapters. And it also includes the machine, operating manual, that wonderful cheat sheet that I told you about, training, certification. And right now we have a special where we're doing $600 off of the machine, making it $4,800 instead of $5,400.
And then if they want to purchase, they just email thermoclearusa@yahoo.com, or is it just ThermoClear?
thermoclearusa@yahoo.com. They can also call me direct at 818-231-2098.
Is it still $3,000 down for the payment plan with the promotional price?
It is, yes. So you put $3,000 down, and then the remaining balance would be over 6 to 8 months, whatever is more comfortable for you.
Does the Sharps container have a mail-back system?
It doesn't, but you can drop it off at your local police station, any doctor's office, anywhere. It's very simple. No clients have had any issues with dropping off their Sharps.
And then how much do you charge in a facial if you add that in?
Okay, so a lot of times people will ask, can I just treat one thing? Of course you can. If your client just has one skin tag and it's been bothering them for many years, you're not going to turn them down. Treating one imperfection like a skin tag, I would recommend charging at least $40. Doctors' offices are charging anywhere between $80 to $100 to treat one skin tag. Now, I really don't recommend offering per one imperfection. I recommend charging $100 to $150 for every 15 minutes. Most of my clients are charging the $150 for the 15 minutes. And in that time period, you could treat several cherry angiomas, skin tags, fibromas, whatever it is. It's not like they're getting one or two things treated in that time period. They're definitely getting their money's worth.
And then it said, somebody asked, I think there might be confusion. It says, what are the differences between the two systems? There's only one system, but there's two probes, correct?
No, we do have two systems. So we have the ThermoClear and the ThermoClear Pro. The ThermoClear Pro system has an auto sense option. So if you guys, I'm gonna actually show you guys the machine because I have it right in front of me. So this is the ThermoClear device. Okay, so you can see that there's not a ton of buttons. You only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different buttons. This helps you regulate the frequency by just pressing up and down. You have your preset settings. It's very, very easy to use. You have your connection for your foot pedal and you have your connection for your probe holder, and that's it. Now, most of the time you are using on the ThermoClear regular, you have to use your foot pedal. So as soon as you press the foot pedal down, the current will automatically work and you'll go ahead and proceed to doing your treatment, okay? With the ThermoClear Pro, you have an option of pressing an auto sense button, and for 10 seconds, the machine will work automatically without having to use the foot pedal. Why this is handy at times, if you're treating something around the eye area and you just don't want to have to press the foot pedal, you want to be a little more precise and focus on that area, you can just press your auto option and you will not have to use the foot pedal. It'll automatically work by itself for 10 seconds. People ask me what machine can treat better. They both, so it's not a confusion, they can both treat the same imperfections. There's nothing that the Pro can treat that the regular can't, but it just does have that auto sense option. Now, also, a lot of people don't know this, but the ThermoClear can do hair removal. It only uses the AC current, so we don't have both the currents, and it only is used for the stubborn chin hairs. You're not gonna do an entire electrolysis session with this, like an entire face, you know, of hair or things like that. It's for the stubborn chin hairs, for the stubborn occasional face hair. And because we offer this, the Pro has a timer on it, because what you would do is you would insert the probe into the hair follicle. You can actually use the timer that's set on the Pro to time, because it's supposed to be for 4 seconds. So if you're planning on doing a lot of the hair removal, the Pro is great. Otherwise, you can go with the regular. There is a price difference. The Pro is $500 more, so the regular price is $5,900, and we are doing it right now for $5,300. So we're still offering that $600 discount. The package is the same; it includes everything the same, and it does come with a lifetime warranty.
Awesome, thank you, Olga. And then, how long will that special last for?
So we know that it's been really hard for everyone, and I know that, you know, a lot of people are out of work right now. We are extending this special through the end of April. So we are doing this for about 3 weeks. And I know that the financing really helps. The great thing about this is I know that we can't do any one-on-one trainings right now because of social distancing. But if you do purchase the device, right now, we are offering FaceTime and Skype trainings. And then additionally, so that way you can kind of start playing around maybe on your family while you're at home and get comfortable with the device, really have the time to look over the operating manual and really get acquainted with the system. And then if you still feel like you need more training, that one-on-one training is available, or you could attend one of our classes that we have that happen we do classes almost every month all over the US. So if we don't have an educator directly near you, you can always attend one of our classes.
And just a couple more, Olga. This has been the most active question and answer. We knew
I knew it.
this, so it's amazing. It's cleared in Illinois, correct?
Yes, it is. It's a class 1. I have an amazing educator in that area, actually. And it's definitely cleared. It's a class 1 non-medical. Remember, if you ever have a doubt, just remember that it works on the epidermis and does not puncture the skin.
But it's not in California, correct?
Yeah, in California, it's literally up in the air. They can never give us a definite answer. So, yeah.
Here's an interesting question. Does it help with the thick hair in the chin areas for people who have polycystic syndrome?
So if you've had a hard time treating that with, let's say, a laser machine, and it could help because we have 3 different frequencies that we work to do the hair removal. So if it's a really fine hair, we work on a lower frequency and we increase it if it's a thicker hair. So I think it could definitely help to treat it. Once again, you're not going to do an entire chin. It's for the, few really stubborn chin hairs that you have on the chin. So yeah, I think it'll definitely help.
And then another request for your phone number.
It's 818-231-2098.
It's in the chat box. Martin Isaac, thank you for typing that in. But if you guys scroll through the chat box, you'll see it.
And you can always visit our Instagram or our website, and it's definitely on there also. And
just to be clear, it can be used on the eye area.
Oh yeah, it could definitely be used on the eye area. If you do, after all of this, happen to go to our Instagram page, you could see where we've treated skin tags on the eye area. I had a gentleman that had literally a skin tag for 15 years, never thought that anything could be done about it. And we treated it. He was absolutely amazed, was so happy. His life became so much better because of it, because it kind of was heavy on his eyelid and was just really bugging him on a daily basis. So it's probably one of the most satisfying things that I ever treated.
Oh, that's awesome. And then do you know, what is the frequency for hair removal?
It's anywhere between 40 to 80.
Okay.
I have to say the satisfaction for the esthetician and the gratification that you provide to your clients, it's amazing. I know, Olga, when I've watched you treat people at trade shows, because you're in California, we're on the East Coast, that's really the times we're together. It's amazing, and people's eyes light up. I mean, you're already making your clients happy with facials and chemical peels and things like that, but imagine taking something off of their face or some part of their body that they've had for 15 years, like that gentleman, and they're like, it's like a whole new face.
And it's so easy. This is literally your probe holder. So I did set up the machine, so I wanted to show you guys. This is all you're using to treat. And most of your techniques are done using either a tap, tap, tap technique, or you have your cross hatch technique where you're literally just making a hashtag. There's nothing really that complicated. So if you just listen through the training, whether you have your Skype or your in-person training, and you go back and do the treatment right away in your salon, because a lot of people, after they get hands-on training or Skype training, they'll let the machine kind of sit in the box for like a few weeks or a few months because, they have other commitments or they get really busy, and then they kind of forget. I always recommend that after you've had any kind of training, whether it's a virtual training or hands-on training, go back and use your machine right away. It's so awesome and delivers such amazing results, whether you're going to practice on family first or you're comfortable enough to see your clients right away. Your clients will be so excited, and they will tell their friends and family, because this is one of those treatments that they never thought they can treat this imperfection that they have on their skin. And they've tried IPL, they've tried different lasers, and it hasn't, been removed. And with this, you're able to treat it. So use your machine. If you have it, use it right away. Don't be afraid. It's not scary. Like I said, you have your tapping technique or you have your hashtag technique. It's very, very simple. And that's why we've created that cheat sheet, and in your cheat sheet, it literally tells you the imperfection, the probe to use, whether you need a conductor or you don't, the technique, the current that you need to use. So it's pretty awesome, and the machine is great.
And you guys have a ton of photos that people who carry your device can use. Obviously,
Yeah.
Instagram is there for them to share, but I put in the chat box a link to the online portfolio of all of the photos that are there for you. Anyone that carries the product, they can use any of those photos on social, on your website, in email blasts. There's seasonal pictures. There's pictures of people using it. It's really great. It shows it in spa. So there's a really great opportunity for you guys. There's built-in marketing that comes along with the ThermoClear device every time you buy it.
Yeah, we definitely offer a lot of different marketing stuff. Even on our website, once you're an owner of the device, we give you a login. There's some marketing material that we've created that you can use. You get 50 marketing brochures with the purchase of your device. But let's say you don't want to constantly pay to repurchase them. We've even created a PDF version so you can print it yourself in bulk. I always say, and I go over this usually in the trainings, is that it's really important to take before and after pictures, because you telling your client that there's something on their skin that you can treat, and them actually seeing that you've treated something similar for a different client is so important. You could just be like, hey, you see this cherry angioma? They're like, yeah, it's been bothering me. You could say, look, I just treated my client last week. And if you have these before and afters, it's amazing. So in the beginning, you can definitely use our before and afters, but please build your own portfolio just for your own business. I think it really helps to improve your revenue, and just really, really helps your client understand what you can deliver for them.
Olga, there's a question about can you do this on yourself? And I just want to say that right now is the time you can inspect your body, and I guarantee you will find something that you can treat with ThermoClear. And so now is the time. You're your best model, right? If you can get to it.
It's so easy. Yeah, it's so easy. It's hereditary in my family that we all had cherry angiomas, and I have literally treated my entire chest and have no more cherry angiomas. I did it myself. There are obviously parts that are going to be hard to get to, but it's so easy that you can even maybe ask your significant other or something to tap on it for you under your supervision, of course. But yeah, it's super easy. You can even treat your face. I think the only uncomfortable part to treat maybe would be inside the nose area, because it's a little bit more sensitive if you've got the capillaries. But other than that, you can stand in front of the mirror, just look down and kind of go at yourself. I mean, it's so much fun.
Can you talk about the difference between ThermoClear compared to similar competitor, i.e. CryoSkin?
Well, CryoSkin, it's kind of like a pen, right? So first of all, you need to constantly purchase refills. I believe, and don't quote me, but I believe from what my customers had said, they're pretty expensive. And with the CryoClear, you can only treat, I believe it's like sunspots, skin tags, things like this. With ours, first of all, you have a much larger broad of things that you could treat. Like I said, with some of our other competitors, they work only on a high frequency. So anybody with a higher Fitzpatrick, you couldn't really treat. And our machine does come with a lifetime warranty. We do offer amazing customer support. And there's so many things that you could treat with our device that I know that the CryoClear would not treat. And those refills are really expensive, where all you have to do is purchase a probe, which one box is 50 probes for $45 plus their shipping. So I always say it's $50, so it's $1 per treatment. And I know that a lot of the other competitors, it's a lot higher, and the machine cannot treat the same imperfections.
And I also think that your entire brand is so much more sophisticated than a lot of other devices that are similar to this. Everything is beautiful. You have a really nice story to everything. So when they're sharing your Instagram or your Facebook, and then they're getting the brochures and the PDFs to send out, everything is branded really beautifully. And it really improves the level of what your business looks like when you work with a company that's just so perfectly branded.
Thank you, Barry. And we also, the way that we actually created the machine, and I'll show you again, it's just very aesthetically and medically appealing. It's very clean looking. You have these LED little lights on the side. Everything is completely digital. And although that it is digital, it does not break. It's just very easy to use. So all your settings will just change really fast. Another thing is that we have been voted by ASCP Reader's Choice Awards for best radio frequency machine out there. We've been featured on we've been featured on the Doctor's TV show. So we've really had different things come up with the ThermoClear. It is an amazing system. And the most important thing for you as a salon or doctor's office is that it is instant results. Yes, you might need to do a follow-up treatment, but like I said, IPL, any laser does. But with this, it's 2 treatments versus 3 to 6. So it's pretty awesome.
Amazing.
Olga, how long has it been on the market?
It's been on the market for 7 years.
Perfect. You guys,
let's just recap with the contact information. I know we said it 100 times, but I just want to make sure everybody has it. So we're thermoclearusa@yahoo.com. We're thermoclearusa.com. And phone number one more time, Olga.
It's 818-231-2098.
And our full retail price is $5,400, but you're doing a $600 discount right now.
Pretty amazing, yep.
And that comes with probes and glasses and brochures and a sharps container and training.
By the time you ever need to repurchase a probe or anything, your machine will be fully paid off. Because imagine, even if you see just 8 clients a month, okay, and you're charging only that's an extra $800 a month. But I promise you that that's not all you're going to be seeing. You're going to be seeing several extra clients a week. I mean, my clients are using this machine more than anything else. I think this and their micro needling device is probably their most common used machine in their facility. So.
And Olga, one last question. If the IECSC in Vegas still happens, will you guys be there?
We will definitely be there. We do attend most trade shows. Unfortunately, due to this COVID-19 situation, a lot of them have been canceled. That is why we are extending additional discounts, you know, because we understand even for New York and Philadelphia and Dallas, so many people have paid for airfare and hotel and purchased their tickets to attend the show. So we really want to work with our customers as much as we can. But we really hope to see everybody in Vegas, and we hope that we can be out of this bubble soon.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Olga, this has been amazing. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time out to come on and talk to everyone. We have all the information. We're going to send out the special in our post-show or post-festival email, and we'll put the link to have them email you or call you in that email. So it'll be the $600 savings through the month of April. And I think that's it. If we don't have any more questions, we can go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you, Lipgloss and Aftershave. You guys are so awesome. Honestly, please follow them on their Instagram, on their Facebook. They're so amazing and have such amazing information for you guys on a daily basis. So much education, so much product knowledge. We love you guys.
Thank you, Olga.
Thank you so much, Olga. We truly appreciate you.
Thank you. I hope everybody stays healthy and safe, and we'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely.
Take care, guys.
Bye.